Okay, it's right around 1:25 p.m. on Thursday, December 14th. Today has been quite an eventful day, and we're barely into the afternoon. Throughout the morning, there has been unbelievably intense, nonstop, sickening, overpowering marijuana and cigar fumes coming from the empty, vacant bathroom of the unit behind this wall that formerly housed a homicidal psychopath, registered sex offender, reported cybercriminal, and malignant stalker named Jasmine Irizarry, who seems to be under the sponsorship of the Greenville Group. Let's put it that way. They seem to be using her well, she's one of those too, its hacking talents to harass and break into the records of tenants who they are trying to get dirt on, get rid of, etc. My entire Suffolk University student records were hacked at this time last year, and Suffolk sent me a notice about this, saying that they had reported the hack to the FBI and that I should monitor all of my, credit and bank accounts and things like that for the next year. They also offered me free credit monitoring services because they said the hack was, due to whatever, not enough cybersecurity on their end. When I spoke to Oleg Eliseyev just shortly after that, maybe in February of 2023, and Mr. Eliseyev seems to be under the impression, or maybe he's making it up, that I am some sort of a hooker, even though I keep telling him, and I've been telling him for the entire time I've been living here, that I have a PhD level education and an advanced master's degree / PhD ABD in clinical developmental psychology. He has been denying that for the entire time I've been telling him that. But when I spoke to him about it again last February, regarding the psychopath who was apparently no longer in 78, he said, "Oh yeah, we have your records, or we have your Suffolk University records, so we know that you went there." So he basically confirmed that his psychopath, sex offender, and hacker, J. Irizarry, whose cybercrime talents he's been bragging about to me for years in random comments that he's made when I've mentioned her name, he just admitted that he uses her services to hack into my Suffolk University accounts and probably into, other things as well. Anyway, there's surveillance devices in this unit, and Greenville has actually confirmed that to me as well. In 2017, when I brought it up to them, they said, "Oh, the devices in your unit are not audio, they're video. And if you have a problem with that, you should go talk to the police," implying that the police had something to do with it. One of the detectives from the E13 also confirmed a few months ago, when I spoke with him over the phone, that he did have knowledge a couple of years ago that there were surveillance devices in my unit, in my living space, as he said. He didn't say where. He said, "Yeah, I was aware that there were some devices in your unit." He said, "But that was a couple years ago, and I don't know if they're still there." I think I have a recording of that conversation, actually. I'm not going to name his name, but I do have a recording of that conversation. And wow, thanks for telling me. Were you guys ever going to do anything about that? Or, pay attention to the 6 police reports I filed about that issue? Anyway, just this afternoon, I've been in and out of this unit because we had a pest control inspection this morning, and I cleared out all of the stuff that they had asked me to clear it out. Boxes, cabinets, etc., swept the floor, pulled the bed away from the wall. And there's still no heat in this unit. It's about, 32 degrees outside right now. It was 26 degrees outside this morning. And these baseboards continue to be completely ice cold. And it's cold in here right now. But because there was a pest control inspection, I was in and out of this unit and had left this box of nutrition bars out on this counter. This is a brand new box of nutrition bars. And yesterday morning, I found that somebody had put nails on the top of it because I had taped it shut. I had opened it just when I left the store, just like I did with the last box 2 weeks ago or last week. Opened the box when I left the store just after buying it, and pulled out one of the bars and ate it on my way home. That bar was perfectly fine, did not make me sick. It was absolutely delicious. And when I got home, I taped the box shut because the last box of these nutrition bars that I bought was vandalized just shortly after I brought it home, maybe a few hours after I brought it home. And when I went down the hall to the common bathroom just after purchasing that first box, the same psychopath, sex offender, malignant stalker, and cyber criminal named Jasmine Irizarry, who uses surveillance devices to see what I have and do in this unit. And then she manages to break in here when I'm down the hall for a couple of minutes. She had tampered with at least 2 of the bars in that box, that first box. So I couldn't eat them, and they made me sick within about 30 seconds to a minute of ingesting them. And that's how you know there's something really wrong. Some kind of chemical additive has been somehow injected into that packaging, or, you know, all anybody needs to do if they want to tamper with your food is just poke a little hole in the plastic, right? This is plastic. You can make a little tear and poke a little hole and just put some bad stuff in there. It's not hard, especially if the box is already open, even if it was taped shut. So yesterday morning, I found 2 nails right here where I had taped the box shut. That was not an accident. 2 nails did not mysteriously suddenly find their own way into the top of that box. I made a video about that last night, and that video failed to upload, even though I tried to upload it about 10 times. That's interesting. And this afternoon, a bottle of Gatorade, brand new bottle of Gatorade that I had left right here on the counter after having rinsed it off because I had hid it under my bed for 2 weeks. It's my backup bottle. And because I can't drink the water from this tap, it stinks like sewage and often smells like fish as well, and has a really gritty, sticky residue that forces me to go down the hall to the common bathroom to get clean, fresh water that does not make me sick. I don't really drink the water in this building anymore. I just drink Gatorade, especially when, you know, you can tell if a Gatorade bottle has been opened or if the cap has been unsealed. That Gatorade bottle I rinsed off this morning and left it right here on the counter, along with this box of nutrition bars. I had 1 nutrition bar this morning at 5 a.m. for breakfast. It was delicious. It did not make me sick at all. I did not feel any discomfort during, before, or after the time that I was eating it and enjoying it for breakfast. However, this afternoon, 12:30 p.m., I ate half of this bar, and it made me suddenly really sick again with the same exact symptoms that I had last week after eating the bars from the first box, after I had brought the box home and left it by my door for a couple of minutes while I was down the hall in the bathroom with my door closed but unlocked. So you do the math on that one. This bar suddenly made me sick at 12:30 p.m. today, but the bar before it from the same box that I ate this morning at 5 did not. At the same time, a bottle of Gatorade that I had been saving and storing under my bed and had left out on the counter has suddenly disappeared from this unit. It is absolutely nowhere to be found. The pest control inspectors clean out this entire corner right here. The Gatorade bottle is not here. It's not on the windowsill. It's not over here. It's not over there. It's not anywhere on the bed. I actually thought, oh, you know, maybe it like migrated over to the bed. It's nowhere on this bed. It's not anywhere here. I mean, it's not hiding underneath all the clothes in this drawer. It's not in my tote bag. It's not in the shopping bag. It's not anywhere over here. What the heck is that? Hold on. Oh, but there is a bottle of water. Yeah, I hide my bottles of water under the bed because they always get contaminated. Because whoever keeps somehow affecting the safety and usability of the water from this tap also likes to tamper open bottles of clean, you know, bottled water that I have lying around. So again, this Gatorade bottle that I had left on the counter this morning, it was still on the counter when the pest control people left. It's gone. It's not anywhere under the sink because I just cleaned out everything under the sink and put everything back. No Gatorade bottle under there. It's not in the fridge. I just went through the entire fridge. Right? Biscuits. I mean, I've already gone through all this. That's an old water bottle, actually. Do you see anything that looks like a Gatorade bottle? Nope. This is a coffee cup with a few chocolates. There is Coke. And there's certainly not a Gatorade bottle in there. And this is a bottle of rubbing alcohol right here. So there's no Gatorade. It's gone. So the same person who managed to get into this unit sometime this morning while I was in and out, going up and down the hallway, taking out trash, shaking things out. I left the door open, but I was never gone for more than like a minute or a minute and a half. Knew exactly where these items were and stole the Gatorade. Again, it's completely gone. It's not under the bed either because we just moved the bed and I didn't leave it around the bed anyway. Interestingly enough, this snack jar of snacks was not tampered with because I taped the entire lid shut. Okay, so this is fine. I just had some of these like 10 minutes ago. They're fine. But the nutrition bars that I had left out on this counter at the same time as I left the Gatorade bottle, this one suddenly made me sick. There's still one left in this box. And because the box is still partly taped shut, I'm hoping that it wasn't somehow contaminated as this one was. But again, I mean, there were 2 nails on the top of this box yesterday morning. So they might have been, I don't know when they were tampered with, but all I know is that the bar that I had from this box this morning at 5 a.m. was perfectly safe to eat. I enjoyed every single bite. It was incredibly delicious. I love these bars. And then this one that I had at 12:30, I had to stop eating it 1/3 of the way through because after a few bites, I realized something was really wrong and it had been contaminated with the same crap that contaminated the first box last week. And yeah, the Gatorade's gone. I mean, we moved everything around here this morning and it was still on the counter when the pest control inspectors left. So, I mean, it could have fallen, but they moved everything out of the way and it was still on the counter when they left. So it's not anywhere here, right? Do you see a Gatorade bottle back here? I don't. They have bright red caps. So if it was back here, you'd be able to see the bright red cap. The Gatorade bottle was stolen out of this unit sometime in the last, I'd say, 4 hours, along with this nutrition bar from the box that I bought 2 days ago, suddenly making me sick. But again, the first bar that I had from this box at 5 a.m. today was perfectly safe to eat. So you do the math.